안녕하십니까? Mabuhay. Selamat pagi. Good morning, our dear Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, of course, to our leaders and elders, our beloved Chonbo families, blessed families, and all brothers and sisters in the Asia Pacific region too. I'm jumping for joy to welcome you all to our Ahn Shi service, Heavenly Parent Holy Community, Family Federation for World Peace, Asia Pacific Region 2. I am Reverend Alfred Forno from Indonesia, and I am delighted to be your MC for today's service. As we begin our service today, let us all prepare our hearts. Let's bow our head and meditate ourselves into the words of true parents that I will read from the book Mother of Peace. We now approach the final task, which cannot be delayed. I must open the age of Chonilguk. Chonilguk is a Korean term signifying God's peace kingdom, in which two become one through love. It is a new age, and we need to put on new clothes. As citizens of Chonilguk, we need the clothing of filial piety in our family, patriotism in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters of God. Aju. Aju. Now, let us unite our heart in singing together sincerely the Chonilguk anthem. Thank you. And now, we will have our Kyongbe and the recitation of family pledge and its meaning. But before we proceed, I'd like to invite those who are in the centers, those who have the setup in your respective centers, to please stand up, and we are going to offer our respect and bow to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. So let's offer our Kyongbe to our Heavenly Parents. Chariot, Chonjiin, Champumunim Kyongbe. Baru. Let's recite the family pledge number 4. Sijak. Our family, the honor of Chonilguk, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. The meaning of family pledge number 4. Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation is one family under God. All the ideals of creation would have realized if a perfected Adam and perfected Eve, perfected children, and a family based on the 4-position foundation had been linked to Heavenly Parent's love. At the conclusion of the history of restoration, a true family based on true parents and true love will be established as the hope of humankind. And at the same time, the hope of Heavenly Parent. This true family will be the starting point of the peace and happiness of humankind. In the ideal society and nation, people are conscious of being the sons and daughters of the one Heavenly Parent and become brothers and sisters under the true parents. In the ideal society and nation, blessed families who have restored their lineage, rights of ownership, and hearts realize a world of freedom, peace, and unity based on the true parents' language and culture. They will come to lead lives of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universally shared values within the culture of Heavenly Parents' heart. Aju. At this juncture, we will have a prayer for the opening. And I would like to invite our beloved brother, Andrew Halim, to offer an opening prayer.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let us offer this morning prayer together. Please join me. Good morning, dearest loving Heavenly Parents, true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Dear loving Father and Mother, on this blessed morning of Ahn Shi, we gather before you as your children, as your sons and daughters, as families, as a holy community united under the banner of our beloved true mother, who is standing in the front line at this very moment, under the banner of our true Father, who is always working behind the scenes in the spirit world, together with all the absolute good spirits, liberated ancestors, and all the good angels who have been with you from the beginning of time. We pray, Father and Mother, that even though the world may be facing a lot of problems and conflicts right now, may it be a time when all of us be able to show our unity substantially and present ourselves as people who have been called, raised, and chosen by you, despite our various backgrounds, in following the deepest desires of our beloved true mother, who wants to really unite and bring about freedom, peace and happiness and love to this world. She is standing at the very center of the universe right now. And we pray that as we continue to offer our devotion, that you may be able to work through us and be able to resolve all the conflicts that are happening, be able to heal this broken world, this broken earth right now, Father and Mother. And may it all start from within us. May we be able to truly resonate deeply within you, Father and Mother. May we be able to feel the deepest desires of your heart. May we be able to tap into the endless wells of true love that is always gushing out from the bottom of your heart, Father and Mother. We are living at a very special time, at critical junctures of the human history. But it is at these times that you can show the glory of your love through the actions of all our brothers and sisters around the world, united as one. Dearest loving Heavenly Parents, we hope that through this morning Hundoke, we may be able to recharge ourselves, we may be able to receive your words, your water of life, so that it may keep it may keep flowing as a living water from within ourselves through the lineage that you've given us. Heavenly Parents, we want to prepare ourselves deeply. Please open up our hearts and our minds so that we may be able to receive your blessings of love and guidance given by the words of President Masaichi Hori today. We pray that we may be able to also find out what is it that each of us can do despite our various locations, despite our various responsibilities. What is it that each of us can truly do at this point of time in order to fulfill our responsibilities as your children who wants to be filial, as citizens of a nation who wants to become patriotic, as citizens of the world who wants to become good saints, and as citizens of the universe who wants to become your divine sons and daughters at this very present time. I thank you for this opportunity for us together as one family. We invite you to be with us throughout this time, throughout this day, and throughout this week, Father and Mother. And may we always be able to live with you in the Chonilguk that you have given us, that we are co-creating together with you and the good spirit world. I sincerely give thanks to you for everything you've given us, and we invite you once again to be present with us at this very precious time. I humbly pray all this on behalf of all my brothers and sisters gathered here today, of all the Blessed Central families gathered here today, in my name, in the name of Andrew and Tomoyo of the Halim Blessed Central family. Aju.
Aju. Aju. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew, for offering such a heartfelt prayer. And once again, good morning to everyone. Please take your seat, those who are in the centers. And now for the scriptural reading, let's welcome the staff of National Headquarters of Indonesia, Ms. Astari Brevort.
Our scriptural reading for today is from Cheon Song-kyung, Book 5, Restoration of God's True Homeland. Chapter 5, Our Attitude Towards Making a New Start. Section 1, Determination for a New Start. We cannot freeze or die. We have to survive and live on, right? There is no free ride on this road of survival. We have to overcome our enemies. When we overcome our enemies, we will see the kingdom of heaven. We need to return to our hometowns and be victorious over our enemies, and on that day, the domain of the kingdom of heaven will emerge. The realm of the unified people will also emerge. Thus, now is a good opportunity to accompany True Mother, return to our hometowns, and kindle a fire in the hearts of 10 million people. To walk the path of filial piety, no matter how vicious the persecutions may be, and no matter how many tribulations arise along the way, you have to be men who are confident and at ease and who can overcome these things. Rather than being beaten down by difficulties and tribulations and turning back, in reaching toward the path of biggest sorrow, you should repeatedly overcome with strong determination the road of sufferings of hundreds of millions of years. While hurrying down the road to make a new start that is filled with the hope of tomorrow, you should leave behind a path that can distinguish itself from the path of death. You should know that God's history and God demand such things. You.
Aju. Thank you very much to our sister Astari for the scriptural reading. At this point, we will receive some update and information of events and activities of our global movement. So please stay put and let's watch the weekly news report from the Hyojong Global News.
Hello dear members and welcome to another edition of HPHC Global News. Love comes alive in the family. We are all born and raised in a family. God, our Heavenly Parent, desires to enjoy love and joy with His children. This is what motivated Him to create us. In His eyes, all human beings without exception are His children. Many leaders around the world also share the feeling that we are all one human family united under God, our Heavenly Parent. In this special edition of HPHC Global News, we will look at the vision of one human family with some testimonies from leaders from around the world. We will conclude with some footage of activities conducted by members around the world. God created human beings as His children with the dream that He would live with them in joy. With absolute filial piety to God, true parents have dedicated their entire lives to realizing the ideal of one human family united under God, our Heavenly Parent.
하늘의 수고를 잊지 말아야 할 것입니다. 매사에 감사하는 마음으로 하늘을 모시고 행동하는 삶을 사는 인류 천주 대가족이 되기를 축원합니다.
You know, the support comes from the family unit. That's what helps a country to achieve prosperity. That's what helps achieve success and, importantly, peace. These are values I know Dr. Moon is passionate about as well, and these are values that have served South Korea so well. Consider the extraordinary transformation of the Korean economy. It really is the ultimate economic success story, and much of that success, I believe, comes from the family, including the mothers, who are there nurturing their children and helping them to find their own paths in the world.
If all leaders love their people as their family, then humankind will be at peace without conflicts and divisions. Furthermore, education and youth are the foundation of all societies and the perspective of the future, while on the other hand, religious actors are a great force for social justice and peace. Religious communities and leaders of religious institutions can mediate in conflict situations and unite peoples and nations.
We are living in a time of grave existential threats, and yet we are doubling down on confrontation and on building more weapons. We keep saying we need to build back better, but in my view, this will not happen unless we change our mindset. We need first to internalize that whatever our ethnic, religious, linguistic, ideological, or other differences may be, we are at the end one human family, and that what unites us is far greater than what divides us.
May God guide and inspire all the participants to go an extra mile in the search for lasting peace.
Let me also use this opportunity to appeal to the leaders of both North and South Korea to consider making sacrifices and allow peace to envelop their hearts and to give peace a chance. That is a good way they can fulfill the purpose of God for their creation. Now is the time. Your Excellencies, you are one people. Let peace reign for the sake of humanity.
The moment for reunification will happen. That day will come. And as a Christian, I think it's because the idea of reconciliation and reunification is at the core of the gospel, as God welcomes us to himself. There is a divine authorship of even the simplest emotions. That night on the tarmac was so joyful, but it was just a foretaste of the joy that two whole nations will experience when this peninsula is reunified. God bless you. Thank you. Continue your efforts. The Lord is at our back, and he will welcome the reunification of the peninsula.
We can unite with her and support her in building a Heavenly Parents holy community. We can transform this world and build one cosmic family of humanity under the Creator, Mfihlakalo. We can fulfill our Heavenly Parents' cherished hope and humanity dreams.
인간의 노력은 한계가 있다고 말했습니다. 이제 하늘 섭리를 받들어야 할 이 민족이 나아갈 길은 참 부모의 말씀을 실천하는 길만이 이 나라가 하늘이 축복한 이 한반도, 이 신통일 한국이 세계의 진정한 자유, 평화, 평등, 행복의 하늘 부모님을 모신 신통일 세계를 이루게 될 것입니다. 하늘이 함께하는 한 반드시 우리는 약동하는 희망찬 이민년을 맞게 될 것입니다. 그 결실을 만들어냅시다.
Let us realize the dream of one human family united under God, our Heavenly Parent. The 15th Peace Forum for a Heavenly Unified Korea was held last week at the Hyojong Cultural Center, led by members of Think Tank 2022 Policy Research Institute. In his welcoming message, Mr. Om Yoon-hyung, representing Dr. Yoon Yong-ho, emphasized that we need to carve out a legacy of communication and empathy with a new vision of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. Afterwards, the director of Think Tank 2022 Policy Research Institute gave a lecture entitled God and the Healing of Human Civilization. He argued that we need to move towards peace by recognizing the feminine aspect of God in a society biased by male-oriented logic. Another researcher at the Institute spoke about the foreign policy prospects of the new Korean government in the context of Korean reunification. The chairman of Gangwon Provincial Forest Forum then explained the forestry policy for a heavily unified Korea and spoke about the deforestation that North Korea is currently experiencing. After that, there was an exchange between the speakers and the audience through a question and answer session. This forum will be held weekly and will continue to raise relevant issues on the challenges of Korean reunification and the realization of a heavily unified Korea. Korea Sub-Region 5 held a conference for church leadership teams at Chanwon Church with nearly 500 people attending on-site and online. The conference included a detailed intermediate level course on the theory of testimonial process, building membership and training, and its application in the field. Participants also learned more about building home churches. Sub-Region 5 intends to build on the momentum and hold another advanced level conference to share success stories in achieving the goal of 43 families and establishing Chonbo home churches. On the basis of strong home churches, Sub-Region 5 intends to build healthier churches and is determined to continue to move forward with the spirit of Pomnekol and the spirit of daffodils. Korea Sub-Region 5 held a 6-day Divine Principle seminar and was based on the theme The Kingdom of Heaven is made up of happy families. It was attended by 28 people, including ambassadors for peace and single candidates for the first and second generation blessing. The seminar covered the entirety of the Divine Principle and included lectures on absolute sex, interfaith activity, and peace road. There was also Hundoke and prayer sessions, a Sunday service, and visits to other religious places, which helped the participants to better perceive the new expression of truth. In their impressions, they expressed their willingness to participate in these seminars again by inviting others and to put into practice the lessons received. As for Sub-Region 5, they intend to hold these seminars every month for the restoration of the entire region. In the Dominican Republic, 2 blessing preparation seminars for candidates and their parents were held on March 12 and 19. The seminars had the theme Building a Faith Foundation for Second Generation Matching. They were attended by 39 people. Presentations focused on youth responsibility, proper faith life, and the value of true parents' lineage. The second generation youth leader from the Dominican Republic also shared a testimony about the daily difficulties they face in preserving their sexual purity. In addition, parents and children participated in a frank and sincere discussion to strengthen their relationship. Through such programs, the Dominican Republic continues its effort to successfully complete the process of blessing the second generations. The Family Federation of Haiti held a seminar for couples, followed by a blessing ceremony. 24 couples attended the event, including 14 couples who recently joined the Family Federation. They received the blessing with the determination to make a new start in their lives and deepen their understanding of the value of the family. The Haitian Family Federation is committed to reviving the true family movement and spreading the blessing throughout the country. The South American headquarters held an online training on creating Chonbo home churches that was attended by 1,300 people, including Chonbo families, members, and leaders. The training is designed to empower families to successfully accomplish the goal of 43 families. UPF Korea invited Mr. Shim Jae-kwon, former MP and chairman of the Unification and Foreign Affairs Committee of the Korea National Assembly, to the 9th Forum on the Vision of a Heavily Unified Korea, which was attended by nearly 100 people. The event was broadcast live on UPF Korea's YouTube channel, and in her welcoming speech, Moon Yeon-ah, president of UPF Korea, called on participants to reflect on their role in achieving lasting peace on the Korean peninsula. In his lecture, former MP Shim Jae-kwon emphasized the need to discuss things to be prepared and the role of Korean citizens in the reunification process at the time when the conflicts between Russia and Ukraine and the division between US and China are intensifying. As for the Executive Secretary of UPF Korea, he said that UPF will contribute to the peace efforts on the Korean Peninsula by becoming an organization that thinks and acts for the future. This year, UPF Korea will again continue to practice and advance the good governance strategy under the vision of 2027, working with the ambassadors for peace who have forged ties with the organization by participating in previous visions forums on a heavily unified Korea. In Brazil, UPF organized the launch of Peace Road 2022 under the slogan Cycling for Peace. The event was attended by the mayor of the city of Campo Grande, parliamentarians, locally elected officials and businessmen. Before starting, Mr. Kim Dong-woo, regional president of South America and the national leader of Brazil, explained the meaning and purpose of Peace Road. Participants rode bicycles together and offered fervent prayers for world peace. This event led to a joint decision to organize an event of Peace Road along the Via Oceana, an international route connecting Brazil, Paraguay, and Chile. Also in Brazil, a seminar on the spiritual fishing condition for Women's Federation was held at the New Hope Farm and on the Miranda River in Salobra. The seminar shared goals on different directions for 2022 and renewed the Women's Federation members' commitment to continue various activities. The next day, participants were able to experience the heart of true parents through a spiritual condition of fishing on the Miranda River in Salobra. At the end of the program, the leaders of the Women's Federation expressed their determination to achieve a great victory in 2022 through fervent prayers. UPF Côte d'Ivoire organized a new regional summit in the city of Ferke-Sédé-Dougou under the theme Peace, Interdependence and Local Development. More than 1,000 people, including political leaders and local elected officials, attended the event. It strengthened the foundation to organize a future international summit in Côte d'Ivoire. UPF and the Women's Federation of Europe and the Middle East held an online interfaith prayer for peace. Many people responded to this call for peace in Ukraine and Eastern Europe. These meetings are held every Thursday to promote solidarity, peace, and reconciliation. The organizers welcome any peace-loving person to participate. The World Tongil Mudo Federation held its belt passing in Korea Sub-Region 1 and 5. In Sub-Region 1, passing the 6th Dan Black Belt in Tongil Mudo was part of the training for martial arts leaders in various churches. As for Sub-Region 5, the belt passing involved participants in a 40-day Tongil Mudo seminar. Masters Sok Juno and Moon Pyongdae, presidents of the World and Korean Tongil Mudo Federation respectively, emphasized that Tongil Mudo is essentially based on the teaching and unification thought of true parents. The participants said that Tongil Mudo seminars strengthened their determination to become missionaries and sons and daughters of filial piety towards God as desired by true parents. The dedication ceremony for church in Beppu, Oita district was held on March 20. The ribbon cutting was attended by Regional Chairman Pang Sang-il, and then a worship service was held to mark the event. In his congratulatory speech, Reverend Pak Jong-pil called for unity in gratitude and joy in order to build a church that meets true parents' expectation. Reverend Pan Sang-il called on the leaders and members to live together for the sake of each other, serve the community, and intensify witnessing to double the number of members. The members expressed their immense joy in offering this new church to God and true parents. The African branch of HJ Chonju Chonbo Training Center held the Great Hyojong Chonbo Spiritual Works in Benin. 208 people, including Chonbo family tribes, attended the seminar, which included Chanya sessions and prayers for peace between Russia and Ukraine, as well as the world. The participants actively participated in the Ansu sessions and offered sincere prayers for the liberation and blessing of their ancestors. The Chonbo families of Benin intend to redouble their efforts to get massive turnout of people for the upcoming major spiritual works scheduled in July. The smiles of our children brighten our homes and brings us happiness we so desire. Peace has the power to preserve all that is most precious. That is why it is our dearest wish that all of humanity may experience true and lasting peace. With these words, we close this edition of HJ Global News. Thank you for following us, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much to our international office, or IPS TV, for providing the updates and reports to all the blessed families and brothers and sisters around the world through the HJ Global News. Lots and lots of investments by our beloved True Mother and also our leaders and brothers and sisters are truly amazing and inspiring us, so that we may continue to advance and achieve heavenly unified Korea and the world, or for Chonilguk. So let's once again give our big hands to our beloved True Mother, all the hardworking leaders and members. Thank you. My dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to announce that there is a singing group or a vocal group from Indonesia. Then they are called Simjong Singers, and today they are going to offer a song that expresses a longing heart to see the promised land of Canaan. That is the land of Chonilguk, of course. So here to sing a song entitled By the Spring of Life by Simjong Singers. So let's welcome with a thunderous applause for the offering song by Simjong Singers.
Is
Thank you. Thank you very much to Shimjong singers. I hope that our spirits may have been lifted up through this offering song, and that it may increase more our longing heart to see how the land of Canaan or Chonilgu can be established substantially. Thank you very much once again. And now it is the time for us to hear from our regional president of Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, Asia Pacific 2, our beloved President Masaichi Hori, who is to give the message through which we can receive heavenly wisdom, guidance, and directions. And I couldn't be more grateful to take this opportunity to welcome him as true parents representative to our region. So everyone, please join together with me to welcome with a big, big round of applause our regional president, Reverend Masaichi Hori. Welcome.
Okay, good morning to all Asia Pacific 2 leaders and Chombo families and Breast families and all members. Time passing so fast since I arrival in the Philippines. The first few days seems long, but recently the weeks and days has gone by so fast. So just now I have to go back to Japan to get a visa to enter Korea. So just 2 days left to stay Philippines. That means already almost 1 month has passed. So truly, time is so fast. True Mother gave the guidance for entire world leaders after the World Summit. The heavenly EU, heavenly Europe should educate Russia and China. The war in Ukraine occurred 10 days after and it's still going on. So we never imagined that the war is so close. And since then, it just the warfare is still going on, and millions of refugees now cross to Eastern Europe, and also almost so among those nations like Poland, Romania, and Moldova, and etc. But all those nations almost reaching the limit to accept those refugees. Still several years ago, the many refugees from Syria were arrived at Eastern Europe as well. And also daily, many, it's difficult to say the refugee, but still the kind of immigrants, many immigrants is rushing into the national border of Europe from Africa. So it looks like the end of the Russian Empire, end of the Roman Empire, many Germans and other ethnic group came to Roman Empire and start to settle, and many confusions and also social corruptions. So now truly the world is still unstable. So we need pray for future of humanity. And also still warfare is still continues. So that means it means the accumulation of more tragedies. Even with the support of the free world from United States and Europe, Japan, and other nations, the fact is the Ukrainian people, not even the military, are shedding their blood in an unfavorable battle. So now a recent situation is that the world is just seems watching, just supporting them, but no help, because they fears the World War III, the nuclear war. So still the situation is not so good. A few days ago, I watched a prayer meeting organized by the Roman Catholic, the Pope. In Philippines, I attended at it at 12 midnight. It was good to be able to encourage other denominations to join that meeting through PCLC. During watching the prayer meeting, I hope that one day, in the not too distant future, His Holiness the Pope and our victorious true parents will come together to send a peace message to the world. So let us pray that, keep praying that for Ukraine will not be destroyed, and also we need pray that the fighting will end soon, and also we shall pray that many of people of Russia and China will realize what he do now, and transform their thinking and their life to follow heavenly parents. So that's the wish of our true mother. So so time is so fast. Time passing is so fast, and then already 1 week passed, and new Ahn Shi came, and the next Ahn Shi will become soon. So we are already very busy and have a lot of schedules to digest. However, I still believe that it is not enough to digest many schedules. if we are busy with our daily and weekly schedules, but only just doing our schedules, we will not be victorious. We need the next level of determination, a plan, and a strategy for victory 2027. Because we have to win with a limited time, limited budget, and a limited number of people. So our resource is very limited compared to our huge goal. So, but that doesn't mean we must fight alone, or just it does not mean we just fight against unwinnable battle. The situation will change, depends on how we grow and how we develop and how we change and how we prepare more bigger vessels in which more people can join. So in next month, in April, there will be a blessing ceremony, and then 7 days leadership workshop is planned under the name Chonilguk Assembly. So the few days, it's like a assembly, strategic assembly, but at least several days, it will be the place for the world leaders to offer devotion and sincere prayer, and also refresh our spirituality and review strategies and start anew toward 2027, centering on our True Mother. So all the national leaders, please, yeah, there are some difficult situations, but still challenge to go to Korea, and then we can gather together and we can make sure our our relationship substantially. So I will be happy there to meet you. And also when I watch the Peace TV this week, I'm a little bit not satisfied for Peace TV because there are no news from Asia Pacific too. So in fact, there are many things being done, but no reports, including video and photos, have, it seems, doesn't have reached to Peace TV. So yeah, even if the paper of the report itself reaches to Mother, but if it does not take the form of news in visual news like this, it will not remain in the long run. So the report to Mother, it's primary, but I think it's not enough. So because True Mother, again, she watched the Peace TV. So I hope that the Asia Pacific's activities shall reach the world more through the media such as Peace TV. So recently, Dr. Kim, the president of Hyojeon Chombo Asia Pacific branch, he came to the Philippines, and we have the Chombo works and ancestor liberation ceremony as well. So always True Father and True Mother emphasize the Chonsong, the importance of to offer the devotion to solve the background, the spiritual aspect of the providence. So yesterday, so also I told that in the Chombo Works session, all things is the path of faith and life of faith. Actually, there is a simple essence. So what is our priority? So our priority should be vertical thing, such as heavenly parents and true parents. So we shall offer the first offering of the day is means Hyojeon offering. It's the heart of gratitude toward heavenly parents and true parents. Just right after our waking up, it's not the formal prayer, but just right after waking, what is your first thinking? So that should be the gratitude for our heavenly parents and true parents. And it's okay in your bed, just turn around and just offer your simple and pure heart toward heavenly parents. So then, based on that, we can start our day. So, and also the same principle applies to the our daily life. That's a fundoke. So that's the first action, first activity of entire day. So leading to fathers, to parents, marsum, and digest it through it's okay, the meditation, or sharing our feeling with my families. So that's okay. So the fundoke is the first spiritual breakfast. So digest the love of heavenly parents and true parents and the marsum. And so when digest marsum in our spiritual body, it becomes love and it becomes the energy, spiritual energy. And based on that, we can do something much better than yesterday. So this is the power to progress all the providence on that day. And also, we should clearly distinguish our donation as our first offering of the month. So some people may think we don't have money, so it's difficult to offer. But actually, we should think oppositely, because that's our to Father's teaching. So we should take the donation first, and then rest of the money we can use, because when we offer the 1/10 of time and our chonsong and our money, so entire our day and our life and our all the prosperity will be belong to heaven. And then as children of God, heavenly parents are all to use that. So so that is the holy, separate from foreign world. So this is a simple principle, though. It depends on how much we aware that, and priority that we offer the first 심정, and the first money offering. So based on that, our entire life is different life and different time and different prosperity than compared to secular world. So the restoration means we need all people and all things. The convert from secular world to God-centered world. So that's a restoration. So I just saying not the strange things. That's all we know. This is our tradition. But sometimes it's easy to forget. So we should set our determination first, no matter what the situation is. But we should set our final goal, and based on the wish of centering on our Heavenly Parents' wish. So it's okay. The situation is far from that, and we know the reality, but still we set our determination first, and we offer that determination toward heaven. Then Heavenly Parents and true parents can support us to accomplish that goal. That means unity. So we shall not forget such a principle of providence, and let us keep going, go together. And I'm very happy to share these things in this morning. Thank you very much. And I will, just a few days later, I should go to Japan. I'm not saying return to Japan. I go to Japan. So I have to come back here and after I came back from Korea to Philippines, I shall visit other countries in Oceania and Southeast Asia. So I hope another experience in your countries. Thank you very much.
Aju, thank you very much, President Hori, for your investment in giving us guidance and direction through your message today. So, yeah, we are reminded again by President Hori importance to keep priorities, which is vertical. How when we wake up, the first thing to remember is our heavenly parents. We offer gratitude, not our gadgets, yeah, no, not our handphones, yeah. And first activity in the entire day is hundoke through parents' words. So let us express our deep appreciation to our beloved President Masechi Hori for the precious message with a big round of applause. Thank you very much, President Hori, for precious message. Thank you. And yeah, at this time, as we are going to give our offerings, let us sing together the song, My Offering. Oh, sorry. I would like to invite once again our President Masechi Hori to offer benediction prayer, and then after that we are going to offer offertory song. So please, Reverend Hori, to offer benediction prayer.
Okay. So one more thing. My English expression is not so good, but what I'm trying to say is well understood by all of you. So this is a, I mean, small, but still small miracle. So this is called the work of the Holy Spirit in Christianity. Thank you very much. I will offer the prayer. 존귀하신 하늘 부모님, 승리하신 만왕의 왕 천지인 참 부모님, 오늘 아침 아시아 태평양 이 대륙의 20개국의 책임자와 식구님들이 모여서 아직 규모는 크지 않지만 안시 예배를 이렇게 올릴 수 있는 것 자체를 진심으로 당신 앞에 감사와 감격의 눈물과 함께 맞이합니다. 이제 일본 땅을 떠나 제대로 임지에서 당신이 사랑하는 아시아 태평양 식구님들을 대하면서 당신이 여기에 사는 모든 사람들을 하루빨리 당신의 아들, 딸로 삼아 세계를 움직이고 통일 세계를 이룩하는 그 선두주자로 삼으려고 작심을 하고 있는데 저희들 발걸음이 아직까지 느린 것을 당신 앞에 죄송스럽게 생각합니다. 하지만 다가오는 4월달을 앞두고 저희들이 더욱더 한 발걸음 서둘러서 당신 앞에 좋은 실적과 좋은 보고 내용을 만들어서 당신을 기쁘게 만들어 또한 새로운 각오와 결의로 2027년으로 향할 수 있도록 나아가고 싶습니다. 모든 것을 당신 앞에 진심으로 감사 올리며 당신 앞에 최선의 노력을 다할 것을 다시 한번 각오와 결의를 새롭게 하면서 기도하는 많은 현재 자매들과 함께 이 모든 내용 축복 주심 가정 호리마사이치 모리코 이름으로 당신 앞에 보고하려옵나이다. 아주
Aju, aju, aju. Thank you very much, our beloved President Masaichi Hori, for the benediction prayer. And at this moment, as we are going to give our offerings, so let us sing together the song, My Offering. Thank you. And now we will offer an offertory prayer. And to represent all of us, I would like to request Mrs. Only Forno Castillo to lead us the prayer.
Okay. Please join me in prayer. Our most beloved heavenly parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, we offer our heartfelt gratitude to you for this beautiful day as we celebrate together as one family in the region the Sabbath day, the Ahn Shi service. We have received such a precious message for our heavenly parents through our region President Reverend Masaichi Hori to teach us, guide us, and give us wisdom that we may act in ways according to your will, to fulfill your dream and long cherished desire for John Il-guk on earth. You love us with an eternal true love, and we give you our offerings as an experience of our love for you. Most importantly is how we can give our life as living sacrifice and offerings. And we pray that our offerings would be used to expand your kingdom of John Il-guk in our family, in our land, in our nation, and in the world. We also want to offer our repenting heart to you because of our limitation and lackings. True Mother has taught us to proclaim and proclaim and proclaim about our two parents who have come on earth. So we want to take this seriously, but we are lacking confidence, and for that we repent from the bottom of our hearts. Today we want to offer this hour to the will of the entire providence. Happily parents, please get rid of our inadequacies. We sincerely hope for this. Please allow us to process the heart of love that can link us with the heart of the Father. Please allow us to understand the Father's heart of restoration, that all of us as leaders, elders, Chombo family, blessed family, all brothers and sisters can work together and commit ourselves in this precious time and to offer everything we have to advance the precious mission of heavenly travel messiahship in our homes, our tribes, our nation, and the world. Once again, thank you very much for the grace and blessing given to us. We don't want to keep it only for ourselves, but to share it with others. We offer this prayer on behalf of all brothers and sisters. In our names, Alfred Only Forno, blessed Center family. Aju.
Aju. Thank you very much, Mrs. Only, for leading a heartfelt prayer. And so now, at this point, I'd like to invite everyone to join together in a unison prayer. Si Jack. With all our leaders and others, Chombo families, best families, brothers and sisters, this share service this Saturday. Commit ourselves once again. Importantly, how we can understand political casting nation. Our own selves. This is our biggest need. Can we work together? We think what time is it? Offer the options here. Aju, aju, aju. All right, now everyone, we have arrived at the conclusion of our service today. So let us sing together a song to conclude our Ahn Shi celebration for today. It is the Song of Unity.
Our
Ahn Shi Day to all our leaders, elders, Chonbo families, blessed families, tech team, brothers and sisters, everyone. Happy Ahn Shi Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Alfred.
Thank you, Jessa.
Family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tech team,
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you
so much,
Thank you
everyone.
very much, President Masechi Hori. Thank you.
Thank you.
All leaders, Dr. Kitel, Dr. Julius, national leaders, Dr. Loni, thank you.
Thank you, Indonesia. Thank you, Alfred. Bye-bye. Happy and chill. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.